Hello, trading is closed on January 28th, 2019. My last call said there was a higher MEJT target, but it might not print because the pattern was negative, and unless we gapped up and took out this high promptly, lower prices should print. The positive and negative signals meant the most likely thing was a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range, which we got. The drop here allowed us to cross a number of our targets off the list. These will all print at some time. We just don't know when. We'll cross this one off, cross this one off. That one came within a few pennies, close enough to make it optional. Doesn't have to print, but almost always will. This is a pattern with the early high. Tomorrow's pattern has the early low. Doesn't mean you won't gap up first. I was getting ready to forget about my system to pick the change in trend dates. But if this high holds and these last few dates work, so it gets a reprieve, and if it works within a day or two, we should drop to about February 11th. During the day, MEJT gave a buy signal that's been satisfied, another buy signal that's been satisfied too. We have conflicting signals once again, so the commonest thing is a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. Next most common, we close a little change, have the big move Wednesday. It's positive to gap down, hit lower lows, can't hold on to any of them. What isn't positive is that if you forget about this last 5 minutes move up, which doesn't really count, an all-day rally couldn't really take out any of the prior highs. We also have a wall into the close, and almost always that's followed by gapping down the next day, which is what futures indicate is very likely to happen. We've been operating under the assumption that these highs are going to hold based on the wave count. That's still our assumption, but it's not really proven until we take out some of the lows of the consolidation and close below it. So for tomorrow, we want the pattern with the early low. We have a good chance of gapping and probably moving outside the range. I still think the chances are this is going to hold, and based on the wall and the island reversal and the wave count and futures, I think there's a reasonable chance we take this low out early, and once these fall, that should mean that this rally leg's over. That's what I'm looking for, but it hasn't happened yet, and as always, if we gap sharply higher instead, which is always possible, then that's killed before the open, and that's today's call.